Well, it was kind of weird because when I did my picture and I was kind of bored, my mouth wasn't ever like this. It was like this. But, I mean, once she got me my,
Appliances?
appliances, and I actually, like, closed my mouth.
And then what can you do with your mouth closed now that you couldn't do before?
Well, now I can breathe through my nose because I just kept breathing through my mouth.
And now it's comfortable to breathe through your nose?
Yes.
And what about, what was it you told me about that your brain does different? What does your brain do different since you had the appliances?
Well, it actually pulled my jaw forward, so then the the string in my body, it was getting crushed. So I couldn't really get blood to my brain. So I had to actually be more active to get blood to the brain.
You don't have to run around to get blood to your brain now?
No,
Yeah? What do you think of Dr. Miriam?
she's a nice woman.
Yeah? Does it scare you to come to her as a dentist?
It used to.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, to go to the dentist's office, but now.
Why not? Why are you not scared of Dr. Miriam? Did she ever hurt you?
Oh,
Yeah? Does she always tell you what she's going to do?
yes.
That's what I like is when they're going to do something, whether it's her or one of the other people, Dr. Sam or whoever, they always tell you ahead of time what's coming, what to expect, and they always make it painless. And I've never seen him with a tear in his eye. That's the beautiful thing about it, because when you're the parent, you don't want your kid hurt. A couple, 3 years ago, it was several people, the teachers and the people in the school and so on and so forth, and they wouldn't actually come right out and say ADHD, and they wouldn't actually come right out and say, hey, your kid is this or that or something else, because everybody's so being so cautious, and so leery. But I still got the message, and so I started doing research and talking to people, so on and so forth. Well, it came up time for his annual dental checkup, and so I brought him to Dr. Miriam. I'd had him here before. And he's lip syncing over here. That's what your dummy does when he goes. Anyway, but I brought him to Dr. Miriam, and Dr. Miriam and Dr. Sam checked him out. And when they did, then Dr. Sam told me, he says, "Hey man, let me talk to you a minute." And he took me to his office, and he showed me this picture of a pinched carotid artery. And explained to me how that this is something that my son apparently had. They wanted to check, they wasn't sure, and wanted to do the x-rays and find out. And so we did, and sure enough, it turns out that he did have the pinched carotid artery. Well, this meant he was only getting like anywhere from 30 to 70% of the blood flow that his brain's supposed to have. So to increase that blood flow, he was being hyper. It was the only way that he could get the blood to the brain that made him feel normal, made him feel like the other kids, and where he could, think and function. His brain wasn't cloudy. I researched it, a lot, and I actually saw the improvement in less than 2 weeks once they put in the appliances. And these appliances did not hurt him. There wasn't any crying or pain or anything. But then he just started excelling unbelievable, and he was like a sponge then. And he was more sociable. He got along with the teachers and with everybody else, and they're not complaining, except that he's a whole lot of a smart aleck sometimes. He likes to show off, especially for the camera. But it's wonderful. How do I feel about this information coming from a dentist? Well, to tell you the truth, it made sense, okay? If you cut the blood flow off to your brain, sir, you're going to stop functioning. And it's true with my son. It's true with anybody. If you don't have your blood flow, it's over, okay? Well, this increased his blood flow up to normal. Thanks to Dr. Miriam and her people. I mean, come on, this is a team that's phenomenal. And when you've got the results like my kid got, he scored top in the nation less than 2 years later after Dr. Miriam and the rest of them did this. And then he scored even higher, 4 times higher than that the following year, okay? So I know that it's not an issue whether or not my kid's brain is functioning. It's not an issue whether or not my kid's getting the proper amount of blood flow and oxygen to his brain, okay? And they're not saying anything about ADHD now, or that he's got restricted flow of anything, okay? And I mean, I couldn't be more happy. I love being informed on a layperson's level and knowing and understanding and actually seeing the progress and seeing the results. And there was a time, he's a kid, and there was a time when he got his appliance loose, okay? And so I called and told him, said, hey, his appliances, I said, don't ever call, just come on and we will get him in and fix it right then. And they did. We didn't have to go through the ADHD program because Dr. Merriam corrected the pinched carotid artery issue, and now the blood is going to his brain too good, looks like. His chin right here, when we started, was back considerably. I've got the pictures, okay? But what Dr. Merriam did is bring his chin out forward and spread it out to where that carotid artery is not pinched now. And you can look at the x-rays before and after.